Hey guys, it's NoWickChilly, and I've been getting quite a few questions about shows and events lately. I have a prior video about my show setup and what it looks like when I do my big shows and events. I typically do the shows and events in the fall, but there are a couple of spring markets I might do. My number one reason for doing shows and events is to build a new customer base and to look for new customers, consultants, and hostesses. Number one, new team members. It's a great way to meet new people, and so I really want to show you how to take advantage of an event and really making sure you're meeting new people. This is not going to be a role play. I'm going to just do a quick and dirty. I don't even have my whole setup. I have the other video to show you the whole setup. But on my table would be some join information and some hosting information, really talking about the business opportunities and hosting opportunities. I usually have products to sell. We call that cash and carry. And I have used inventory that I built up over the course of the year to be able to sell at those events. But my primary focus is to meet new contacts and to get their contact information, not just give off my information. So I've got a little bit of a setup of what I use to start the conversation. And we'll start there, and then I'll have follow-up videos or any questions that you guys have, I can respond to those. So number one thing that I'm doing is I'm going to get away from the back of the table and I'm going to stand in the front of the table. That way there's nothing in between me and the person I'm talking to. The next thing I'm going to do is what is in my hands. So I'm standing in front of my table. I'm not blocking it. I'm just kind of showing it. And I have these cute little clipboards. They're animal print, as you can see. And what I do is I just did duct tape on them to make them really cute to put on my table because usually that draws people in. Now, I'm holding at least one, sometimes two, and pins. Sometimes I put my pen on top of it like that. Now, these drawing slips are drawing slips that I got from my coach, Becky Spieth. Scentsy Family Store has drawing slips that you can use, so they're already there, or you can print and make your own. I really like these from Becky because they have a sliding scale of 1 to 10 for people to circle their interest in hosting and joining and those kind of things. So it's a really great tool, and it really helps me gauge when people are filling out information. So, drawing slips in my hand and a bar. Now, I usually take a bar of one of our classics, or what used to be favorites, or something that has a unique name. Now, make sure it's a scent that people really like, not one of the new scents or scent of the month that you don't know if it's been really popular yet, because you want to be able to smell it. The smell sells, and so you want them to smell it to be drawn in. Now, also on the table, I might have a few other scents that are sitting here, and that way people can, if they don't like this one, I can do another one. So I'll show you how this looks. So again, quick setup, quick and dirty. We're just going to show you what it looks like. In the event, people are walking through the aisles and people are walking by your table. And so instead of saying, do you know about Scentsy? Have you heard about Scentsy? Or just standing there like, whatever, I'm suggesting that you stand in front of the table and you're going to greet people as they pass by. If they're walking really fast, you can just smile, right? Everybody needs a smile. Okay, what I'm doing, again, I've got my clipboards in my hand, and then I've got the bar. And I have it open like this. And so what I'll do is I'll ask somebody, I'll say, would you like to smell skinny dipping? Okay, so couple things. The person may take the bar out of your hand to smell, or they may just smell it. Be careful of the pop of the clamshell. So when you hand it to them like this, or if you're holding it, hold the lid of the clamshell down so it doesn't pop in their face while they're smelling. Here's what this looks like. Would you like to smell skinny dipping? After they've started smelling it, I'll ask them, do you know about Scentsy? Have you tried? And they may look at you that yes, no, whatever it is. So let's say it's a no, they've never heard of it. And so I'll tell them, they either have the bar in their hand still, or they finish smelling it, and I'll tell them, Scentsy is a wickless candle. We melt wax with a light bulb. And this is where I show them the light bulb. It's safe for pets and kids. The wax doesn't burn you. This is really important. I stick my finger in the wax and I show them how the wax doesn't burn. It's like a paraffin hand treatment. It's made with food grade wax. It's so safe that you won't burn anybody that accidentally spills it or knocks it over. Today we're doing a drawing. And so now this is, I'm going to time out. So you can do whatever you want to do for your drawing, but I encourage you to have a drawing. I suggest a warmer and a bar. Maybe a warmer of the month from the past, maybe a warmer you have had trouble selling, maybe, whatever it might be, but I do a warmer and I do a bar. I feel like a plug-in is a little small, and so if that's their first time to ever use Scentsy, then they may expect it to scent a whole room, and they'll be disappointed when it doesn't. So if you do a plug-in, make sure you give careful instructions when you drop off the prize. I get asked a lot of times, do I have to be present to win? I say, no, you don't have to be present to win. I'm going to probably do the drawing tomorrow after the event's over, once I have a chance to get home and get it all looked at. So that's how it would go. So I say to them, as I'm, finished up the wax, I said, we're doing a drawing where we're giving away, and now I've got 2 people here, right, so I'll hand them their clipboards. We're giving away $25 of Scentsy product, or I'm giving away a warmer and a bar. And here you go, you can enter. I don't ask him, do you want to enter our drawing? I hand it to them because people will take what you're handing them. I hand it to them and ask them if they'd like to enter our drawing. And then, go from there. You can carry on the conversation. Now, let's say when you ask them, would you like to smell skinny dipping? Okay, it's open. Would you like to smell skinny dipping? And then you say, do you know about Scentsy? And they say yes, and I'll ask them. No, I explain it. Yes, I ask them, do you already have a consultant? If they say yes, they already have a consultant, I get excited for them that they support somebody that is their consultant. That's what we want. We want people to be loyal to us. And so I say, I'm so excited you have somebody taking care of you. I love it that you support a local business owner, or whatever your spiel is, whatever you feel comfortable and authentic saying about them having a consultant. It is a little disappointing that it's not going to be your customer, but it is good for all of us if customers have consultants and that they are loyal. That's what I want. That's what you want. That's how we build this business. And happy customers are the best for our brand. You'll have a customer that loves Scentsy up here selling it for you. You don't even have to do anything because the customers love it so much. So you really need to make sure you're being authentic with them and making them feel, they may sell to their friend and their friend may then be your customer, not, they don't have a consultant yet, so they can be your new customer. Now let's say they tell you, no, I don't have a consultant. Then I usually say, well, I'd love to be your consultant. Why don't you go in and give me your contact information, and we'll enter you in the drawing too. You can win. And that way you can keep up with all the things that are going on. Every month there is a new warmer and new scents. We're offering them at a discount every single month. And then now we've got these limited edition buddies. And so they are flying off the shelves. We can't keep them in stock. And that way you can keep up and know what's coming and what's the most popular thing and be in the know. Be the first to know. Use those kind of words, and people will get excited about getting your newsletter. Make sure you're providing value and not spamming. You are going to make sure you're very careful and that they tell you they want to be in your newsletter so that you can add them into your workstation. Also, I suggest using another service like MailChimp or something to maybe follow up with the people after the event. You'll take all your contacts and you'll tell them, although you didn't win, I'm offering this special or whatever. Now, on your table, you can't offer any specials, but you can tell them verbally that you offer specials when they get your newsletter. So that's a thing to consider when you're doing this. So that's it, real quick and dirty. Remember, the goal is to fill up this box with all the drawing slips that you get. So, after I get the drawing slip and somebody tells me XYZ or whatever, I'll take notes on the back of their drawing slip, and then because I have them, they hand me the clipboard back, and then they see me put it into the drawing box. I take notes so that when I call them and I follow up with them, I can remember something special about them so that I can have a connection with them and remember what we connected about at the event. If you're doing a multi-day event or an all-day event, you may have a high traffic and you may forget, different people in different conversations. Hopefully you are memorable to them and they'll remember when you call, especially if you said, oh yeah, remember we were talking about your dogs and how you have the dog smell and you were really trying to get rid of it, and how did you like that coconut lemongrass you bought, or gave them a sample of something and you're following up with a sample. So that's why it's really important to kind of take notes on the back of the drawing slip. I hope this was helpful, gives you an idea of kind of how I do it and what I do to bring people in from the streets when they're walking by at these events and getting them to talk to me at my table. I really hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear what you do or your thoughts, and if you have questions and you want some more information, let me know. I will put together some videos about the host opportunity and join opportunity, how I kind of talk about that at shows later. I hope it was helpful. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great